This is day 330, working in Quad 2. Most people were introduced to the Eisenhower Matrix by Stephen Covey in his famous book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Dwight D. Eisenhower, before becoming U.S. President, was a 5-star general in World War II and later NATO's Supreme Commander. His work required constant decision-making under pressure. During his speech, he once said, "I have 2 kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. The urgent are not important, and the important are never urgent." This statement summarizes the essential concept that Covey emphasized in his book when talking about focus on the most important things first, what he refers to as the big rocks. Over a decade ago, I was in a leadership training program led by professional executive coaches. In one of their sessions, they focused on the 2x2 matrix Covey used in his book. This matrix creates 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. These are the things in your life that are both urgent and important. They usually must be done immediately. This is where crises, deadlines, and pressing problems live. For example, last night when I got home, one of the sprinklers was shooting a geyser of water onto the side of my house. That was a clear Quadrant 1 problem. Quadrant 2, not urgent, but important. These are the things that lead to growth, prevention, and long-term success. They include planning, exercise, learning new skills, and building relationships. A while back, I hired an executive coach to help me build new skills. Their request for him to meet and fill out a self-assessment questionnaire is still sitting in my inbox. That's Quadrant 2. Important for my growth, but not urgent. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. These are the tasks you should delegate. They feel pressing, but don't contribute meaningfully to your goals. They often include interruptions, meetings, emails, phone calls, or urgent requests from your boss. They may demand quick responses, but don't really matter in the long run. For example, the email I just got 5 seconds ago, now sitting in my inbox unread, would qualify as Quadrant 3. A quick note, Ed McMahon is not going to show up in your inbox offering millions of dollars, so stop thinking you have to check every single email and text message immediately. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. This is where you should eliminate or minimize activity. These are pure distractions, time wasters. Examples include binge watching Netflix, being addicted to GTA, or spending 10 minutes getting mad about the latest political shenanigans in D.C. These are Quadrant 4 activities. Eisenhower was one of the best managers of time and people in the military ever knew. He was a master of delegation, successful working with vastly different management styles like those of Patton and Bradley. As president, he focused on massive long-term projects and delegated much of the Quadrant 3 work to his staff. He seemed to have an incredible reservoir of energy and time for the critical, important decisions in front of him. In essence, his leadership was marked by separating what seemed urgent in the moment from what was strategically important for the future. He lived decisively and deliberately in Quadrant 2. By reducing Quadrant 4 and delegating to Quadrant 3, you can free up time to focus on what is truly important but not urgent. You can never fully escape Quadrant 1 items, but you can plan and reserve time to spend as much of your day as possible on what matters the most. The consulting session I attended made this framework part of my working vocabulary. Now when I face a constant stream of distractions, such as Quadrant 3 items masquerading as a Quadrant 1, I'm able to compartmentalize and stay focused during the time I've reserved for what truly matters. I've noticed that some people do this naturally, but for those of us who have lived as total taskmasters, a framework like this provides a powerful method for shaping how we take on the day.